Hi everyone, it's Lacey. Today we're working on spinal mobility and deepening our back bends. So we're gonna have a lot of shoulder openers, and we're also gonna be using a chair and a yoga strap for this, or a stretch band. You don't have to have one of these. If you don't have one, grab a towel or a shirt. That'll work just as fine. Meet me on the mat.
We're going to start in a wide-legged child's pose. So separate your knees as far as you'd like. Sit back, stretch your arms out long in front of you, and try to let your armpits melt down to the mat. Remaining in child's pose, walk your hands over to the right side. Come back through center, and now walk your hands over to the left. Come back through center. And now you're going to take your left arm and thread it beneath your right armpit. So you're laying kind of on your side here, and you can use that left arm to try to twist your upper body. So this is a good stretch in the shoulder and in your upper body. Release that, come back through center again, and now thread your right arm beneath your left. Again, come back through center. You're going to stay in child's pose, tent your fingers, and just start pulsing, trying to get your armpits flat and then rounding your back. I know that we're spending a lot of time in child's pose. We're really opening up our hips now. I think that having flexible hips is very important in back bends, so that's why we're incorporating those. And now push yourself up into downward dog. Take a few breaths to pedal out your feet and get a stretch in your hamstrings and your calves. And now we're going to focus on the upper body again. So really trying to push your chest through your armpits here. So sink your chest through and release. Sink and release, and keep going at your own pace. Now come down to your knees and sit back on your heels. We're just going to roll out our wrists. You can stretch one wrist back by grabbing the fingertips of the opposite hand. And now do the other hand. Now press the backs of your hands together. Now come up onto all fours. You're just going to stretch your legs back one at a time just to get some lubrication in the knees. Now start shifting your weight from side to side, feeling a stretch again in your wrists. And now shift your weight back and forward. Now we'll do cat and cow, so arch your back and look up. Arch your back the opposite way and look down. And keep going. Now come to a mutual spine, and we're going to do some kicks back. So right leg back, left knee bend. You can tuck your toes or not. And you're going to kick and arch and come down. Kick and arch and come down. Start with smaller kicks and then go as big as you feel comfortable. Definitely want to be easy with these. Don't go too hard. You don't want to hurt yourself. We're going to do 10 of these on each leg. After you've done 10, make sure you switch to the other side. Again, you can tuck your toes under or keep them flat. If you tuck your toes under, it'll give you more stability. And when you've done 10, go into a narrow leg child's pose. Stretch your arms down behind you and let your shoulders roll forward. And you can come out of that and now grab your strap or your shirt or your towel. I'm just going to turn to face you here. So the wider you hold this, the easier it's going to be. You're going to lift your arms up and back, and then back up and forward. Your arms need to be completely straight here for it to work. And just go as far as feels uncomfortable. On this next one, you're going to hold it at a diagonal and stretch it back, and then stretch it diagonally forward again. So most of the stretch here is coming in that arm that's going up and over. And now switch to do the diagonal stretch on the other side. Put your strap away, and now we're going to use the chair. So you want to bring it in closer to you. Place your hands on the chair. Walk your knees back as far as you need to. And again, sink your chest through your armpits. Carefully come up out of that by walking your knees in. Place your elbows on the chair, clasp your hands together, and again walk your knees back out until you can feel a good stretch. Bending your elbows back further so that your hands are at, the base of your head or by your neck. That's going to increase the stretch. Now straighten your arms. Again, walk your knees in to get out of this safely. And now you're going to turn your back to the chair. You probably need to scoot it in a little bit. Lean back with your upper body and just rest there. If you want more, stretch your arms up and back behind you, grabbing the back of the chair. Slowly release out of that. And again, go into a child's pose. I like to do wide leg. You can do whatever you like. We're going to focus on our hips for just a little bit here because it's been a while now. So just stretch your legs up and back. We're just getting into a malasana squat, however you want to get there. And shift your weight from side to side as you sink in, trying to get your heels flat on the mat. If you can't, that's fine. It's something you're working toward. Get that chair out of the way. We don't need that anymore. Stretch your right arm down to the mat and your left arm up. Look over to the left side, really trying to open up your shoulders. Come through center and do that on the other side. Clasp your hands together and grab the back of your neck and just fold forward. You can rock your head from side to side, getting a good neck stretch here. Release that, and from here just come to seated. Stretch your legs out long in front of you and just shake them out. We are getting ready to actually do back bends now. However you want to get there, come down to lying flat on your back. We're going to windshield wiper our knees from side to side, warming up our spine a little bit more. Come through center with bent knees, and now we're going to lift up into a bridge. So just lifting up your hips. And come down, and now hug your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side if you want to, or hold still. We're going to do that same thing again. This time we're going to clasp our hands underneath us together and roll onto our shoulder blades. So your bridge is going to be a lot higher this time and a little more difficult. Just hold it and breathe. Release that and hug your knees in again, rocking side to side. I always like to straighten my legs once just to get that lubrication again in my knees. And now you're either going to do one of those two things that we just did, or you're going to do a full wheel. So hands beneath your shoulder blades, elbows to the sky, and lift up. Walk your hands and feet together as far as you can. Hold it there for a few breaths. And release yourself down. Again, pull your knees in, rock from side to side. Straighten your legs to protect your knees. And I am sorry, but we are not done. We are going to do that again. So to use whatever variation you like, wherever you are at. Get up into your bridge or your full back bend. This time we're going to rock. If you're in the full wheel with me, you're going to rock forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. This time you're going to hold it forward. Try to straighten your elbows, try to straighten your legs as much as you can. And release yourself down to the mat. Hug your knees in. Congratulations, the hard part is officially over. The rest is just gonna feel good. So lay down flat, we're gonna do a twist. So bend your right leg over your left and twist your upper body, looking over to the right. You can give yourself a massage here. So rubbing down the right side of your spine. Release and come to center. And now stretch over the other way. Come back to center. Pull your knees in again to your chest. This time squeeze them in as much as you can. Now start rocking forward and back, gaining momentum with each. Eventually, you're going to come up to seated. Sit up tall in a comfortable position. Massage your thighs down. Take your right hand to the front of your left shoulder and start massaging there, kind of by your collarbone. You can stretch your neck over to the right side like I am here too to get an extra stretch in your neck. And move to the other side. Thank you so much for joining me today. As always, I hope you feel amazing. If you like this video, please like it. Consider subscribing to my channel. I post every week. Thank you. Have a great day.